So the guy who brought the Corvette, this is the truck he towed it with. It's his 2009 GMC Sierra 2500 Duramax. So clean, no rust whatsoever. Only has, it says 23,000 miles on the odometer, which is hard to believe. But customer complaint here is this tire. He said on the highway he's going 75 miles an hour. He hit something and it exploded and tore up his wiring harness. So we got our work cut out here. So there's looks like two connectors affected. A whole bunch of wires messed up. He said they pulled out. Crazy stuff. There's the engine computer. Apparently that survived, but the fender liner did not save these connectors, looks like. Anyways, let's pop off the wheel and see how many wires we have to fix. He says maybe 30 wires. This might take a little while. I did scan the entire vehicle for codes. You can see our EBCM, which is the ABS, that's offline. Lost comm with ABS, intake air heater, voltage circuit. ECM says intake air heater voltage circuit, front end sensor 3 in the airbag. Lost communication with trailer brake controller. So let's fix up all these wires, clear the codes, and see if all the problems go away. Alright, progress report. About an hour into this. I haven't soldered any wires yet. I'm just organizing them to see where they go and if all wires are accounted for. So first we need to find out which connectors these are and get some pinout diagrams. So we have X103. It's a 16 pin. It's called instrument panel harness to forward lamp harness. And you can go by sequencing to figure out which wire is what. So like tan, orange, yellow, gray. We have tan, orange, yellow, 3 unused, and then tan, pink, and black, and purple. Tan, pink, and black, and purple, so that's definitely X103. Next up is X109. This one right here. And that would be this one, which is almost unaffected. We just have these 3 wires that have been compromised. So broken, broken, and broken right there. Actually, the gray one's still intact. And then the one that really got messed up with all the pins falling out of it is the next one, which is X115 chassis harness to instrument panel harness. So now that we have the connectors identified, I'm looking at, for example, these 3 wires. They're blanked off here, and they all go to this connector. And like, you know, this gray wire, it's blanked off right up there. So we could just snip these off because they're not used on this model. We have 3 less wires to worry about. Then we'll worry about this mess. So for connector X109, we have 2 pins that are pulled out. One of them is right here. That's for the AC pressure signal. The second one, I cannot for the life of me find the wire. This dark green and white circuit 817 vehicle speed signal. So on this side, it comes in, there it is, dark green and white. And then the owner gave me some leftover pieces of wire. Here's the dark green and white. So if it goes from here to here, and then there's another piece from here all the way up there, it could have gotten ripped up inside the truck somewhere. How are we going to find that wire? I can't find what it controls because the instrument cluster doesn't get a direct wheel speed or vehicle speed sensor signal from the engine harness. It goes somewhere else, but which diagram do we look up? Well, I found the dark green wire here. That's just a speed signal from the EBCM that goes to the radio. Okay, it goes through this junction block. There's X109 C7, the pin that was pulled out. Let's check the junction block, see if we can find that dark green and white wire. Alright, doing a visual inspection, looking for a dark green and white wire. Oh, what's this? That's it, guys. That's where it was ripped off, right here. I think we can omit that because it's going to be, I don't want to feed wires through the firewall just for a radio speed circuit. It's going to take over an hour just for one wire. I'm not going to do that, so we can omit that one. And then I'm just looking for other things. I did find another wire that was pulled out at the steering column connector. Ah, what a mess. Well, I've been at this for about literally 5 hours. We're getting there. So we started off with almost 30 wires. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we have 2 dark greens, 2 tans, 2 dark blues. I don't know where they go, so how do we figure that out? Well, I went through each connector and labeled the ones that are still not connected. So you want to look for like dark blue, dark blue, dark blue, and then there's a tan and a tan, and then a dark green, and dark green. And then you have to use a voltmeter to measure voltages, a test light to see, lower reference would light a test light from battery positive. And for signal wires, for example, washer fluid level, it's a tan wire. That should be a pull down wire. So if it's an open circuit coming from the instrument cluster harness and going to the washer tank right here, I want to find the tan wire that has a positive voltage on it. And then for the parking aid, OS supply voltage dark blue, I want to find dark blue wire that has a positive voltage on it. So let's turn the key on. See, there's 8.5 volts there. And you can go through these messages and see, for example, this tan wire I found has a positive voltage, 11.1 volts. What happens if we pull it down? If it's the washer wire, we should get a low washer level message. Let's see, key off, key on. Service four-wheel drive, hood open, tire pressure. There you go, washer fluid low, add fluid. So that's definitely the washer wire, so we can solder that one in and then kind of eliminate them one by one and then check for codes, see what's left. Alright, so it's the next morning. I'm going as far as I want to go with this harness repair. So the only things that have been omitted are 3 wires on connector X115. This orange and black, which is the low reference for the steering angle sensor, yellow wire, which is one of the phase wires for the steering angle sensor, and the steering angle sensor signal. And the last one is that green and white for the radio speed signal from the EBCM. So 4 wires total, and in this case there's only one code set for the steering angle sensor, and that will just disable the traction control. The ABS will still work fine, that's online. But on the cluster I noticed something kind of weird that I didn't expect. So the cluster still says service 4-wheel drive, which why? This is a 2-wheel drive Southern truck. And monitor system, left rear, right rear pressure. So those are the only messages remaining, and the traction control light is not on. And also, the odometer seems extremely low, to only 23,000 miles. I asked the owner, what is going on with this cluster? Is it not original to the truck? He said, sure enough, the original cluster went dead, so he got this thing on eBay, just popped it in, so it has not been programmed to this VIN. So I asked him, do you want me to program it? then it'll have the correct messages and the traction light will actually come on, and hopefully we can reset the mileage. He said the real mileage in this truck is about 87,000 miles. So we're going to give that a shot. He wants me to try that. And you know, for the steering angle sensor, that would take, you know, hours to run wires through the dash and go under there and find where they connect. So he can live without the traction control. But let's try to program this cluster right now. Alright, and so TechLine Connect, it correctly auto ID'd the truck, 2009 GMC Sierra 2500 two-wheel drive crew cab. Now let's go to SPS2. We want to replace and reprogram this instrument cluster. Replace and reprogram. Next. IPC. Next. Proceed. Make sure that the original IPC is installed in the vehicle. So it's going to read the mileage off of this one. We'll click next to program odometer value. So maybe the mileage will not. This is not a new IPC controller. Please replace and select next. OK to proceed. Does it want a new? Odometer setup operation canceled. Okay. It's not going to work. Odometer setup operation cancel. We can try going in with the regular scanner, see what that can do. But service 4-wheel drive, that's here to stay without getting a brand new cluster. That's a shame. Alright, so I found this technical service bulletin, IPC odometer programming method quick reference guide. So if we go to model year odometer value storage and programming method, if you go down to Sierra HD 2007-2014 instrument panel cluster SPS. We just tried that and it kicked us out because this is not a virgin cluster. So the owner's just going to have to drive around with the wrong mileage and the service 4-wheel drive warning. So it is what it is. If you had the original cluster and that communicated, then there would be a chance of grabbing that data and putting it into this one. But since we didn't actually replace anything, the TechLine Connect is fussing about that. But anyways, so the only two codes remaining is C0710, steering position signal waveform failure, because the steering angle sensor is disconnected, and in radio, vehicle speed information circuit plausibility, and then his tire pressures are messed up, or the sensors. So I think that's it for this GMC Sierra. I'm going to button up the wrap up the harnesses there, put in the new fender liner, and ship this thing. That was a time-consuming wiring repair. By far the longest I've ever done. 30 broken wires, I think 28. And if there's some of them are the same colors, we actually had to diagnose which circuits they belong to, so we put them in the correct slots. It took me over 8 hours total. including looking up the pins, looking up the circuits, you know, all the soldering, putting on new weather pack. So it's over $1,000 repair, but it's cheaper than replacing harnesses. So, you know, that's what the customer signed up for. Appreciate everyone watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.